Hey, how's it going? I'm Ben Lindell, and today I'm going to be taking you through my 2-bus processing on a mix that I did. Now, this song's a dance pop kind of song, so I'm going to be doing a little bit of EQ, compression, and just general beautification to my mix. Now, this isn't mastering, but what I like to deliver to my clients is as close to a mastered sound as I can get. And I did all my processing on this mix using UAD plugins. Let's get started. So since I already finished this mix, all my plugins are already set. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk you through each plugin, explain a little bit about why I chose it and what function it's serving, and give you a little before and after. So the first plugin in my chain is the Cambridge EQ. I'm not using it for a lot, I'm just using the high pass filter set at 24 dB per octave and around 30 Hz or so. So what this is doing is it's cutting all the extra fat that I don't need at the bottom and giving me a tighter, little bit punchier bottom end. Let's check it out. Without. And with. It's a really subtle difference, and if you're listening on laptop speakers or earbuds, you're probably not going to hear it. But in the mixing studio where I have a subwoofer or large main speakers, I can really hear the difference in the tightness of my bottom end. The next plugin in my chain is the FATSO Jr. Now, this is a tape simulator / compressor plugin. But since this is a dance track, I really don't need any tape simulation. I don't need the song to sound any softer. I need to pump it a little bit more. So I'm going to turn off the tranny, turn off the warmth setting, and just use the bus compressor setting, which is a slow attack, fast release, gentle knee, and about a 2-to-1 compression ratio, and just hit that a little bit, make my song breathe a little bit more. Here's without. And here's with. And again without. And with. So as you can hear, the FATSO is just bringing my whole mix forward a little bit. It's not really doing anything to the transients, but everything else is just pumping up a little bit more. It's just a little punchier, which is exactly what I was looking for. The next plugin on my 2-bus is the Brainworks Digital V2 Equalizer. It's a mid-side EQ that allows me to expand the stereo width of my mix and also find any problem frequencies that are bunching up. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I like using the auto listen function of this plugin a lot. What it does is it allows me to sweep around and find problematic frequencies easily. Check it out. So you can see right around 128 Hz, you hear a little too much going on there. So I notch it down between 1 to 2 dB, and then go over to my stereo width knob, just open it up a little bit, and now let's check out what this sounds like before and after. First without. And with. Again without. And with. So I feel like my mix is basically there. These last couple of plugins are just the little finishing touches, just a little bit more prettiness to my mix. The first one is the UAD Precision Maximizer. So I don't really use this plugin for any of its limiting functions. I just like the way the shape knob sounds and just adds a little more excitement to the mix. Check it out. First without. And with. So once again, this is a very subtle difference. It's just adding a little bit of harmonics that extends the top end a little bit. Check it out. Again, without. Don't and width.
Know you know it's mine, so don't even try. Everywhere we are, you're there. I know you lost your mind. I know you know.
You can really hear it on the claps and vocals. And finally, the last plugin in my chain is the Pultec equalizer. I really love how this just gently lifts the bottom and top of my mix. I'm just going up a little bit at 30 Hz and a little bit at 12 kHz. Check it out. First without.
Know you know it's mine, so don't even try. Everywhere we are, you're there. I know you lost your mind. I know you know.
And width.
Know you know it's mine, so don't even try. Everywhere we are, you're there. I know you lost your mind. I know you know.
Again, without the Pultec.
Know you know it's mine, so don't even try. Everywhere we are, you're there. I know you lost your mind. I know you know.
And width.
Know you know it's mine, so don't even try. Everywhere we are, you're there. I know you lost your mind. I know you know.
So as you can hear, all my processing on the 2-bus is just subtle little enhancements. I consider this to be part of the mixing process. I'm just trying to get my clients the best sounding mix possible and make my mastering engineer's life as easy as possible. So now, just for fun, let's listen to my mix without any of my 2-bus processing and then with. First, without any of my 2-bus plugins.
Know you know it's mine, so don't even try. Everywhere we are, you're there. I know you lost your mind. I know you know.
And now with all my plugins reactivated.
Know you know it's mine, so don't even try. Everywhere we are, you're there. I know you lost your mind. I know you know.
Again, with no plugins on my 2-bus.
Know you know it's mine, so don't even try. Everywhere we are, you're there. I know you lost your mind. I know you know.
And with all my plugins enabled again.
Know you know it's mine, so don't even try.